Hey guys, this is Christian Loisa from the Self-Sufficient Nation on YouTube, and I have decided today is going to be the first video in English because as you know, I've been doing like a lot of videos in my native language, which is Spanish, and I thought it was a good idea just to get out of my comfort zone and to try something different and to connect with different viewers as well. Today, I like to talk about financial independence, financial education, which is the topic that I'm really passionate about. I'm very passionate about, money issues, money management, how to invest money. Today I'm gonna talk about the myth around money. What are the ideas that most people have about money when it comes to money too, right? We all have different ideas when it comes to money. I used to have different ideas in the past, let's say 4 to 5 years ago. I used to think of money in a totally different way that I think today. And since a lot of people are losing jobs, they're suffering financially nowadays because of COVID-19. As I told you my personal story, I lost my jobs last year, so I had to learn more about money because looking back in the past, I was not good with money at all. So I like to tell you my ideas, my story, so hopefully you can learn something from it. Of course, I don't pretend to be a teacher because I'm not, but I definitely changed my mind when it comes to money. I'd like to let you know my thoughts, my ideas on that topic. Myth number one on money. Myth number one. Money is the rule of all evil. That's a biblical phrase or biblical sentence that most people they have in their minds, right? That money is bad, money is evil. The love of money is the rule of all evil. That's exactly the quote from the Bible. And most people just take it to the heart, take it to their minds, right? Most people didn't want to be rich because they think being rich or having a lot of money is wrong, is not morally correct. It's not good to desire to be rich. It's not good to desire to be wealthy. And that's a very wrong conception, I guess. According to my perspective, according to my opinion, it's a very wrong perspective not to desire to be rich, because most people, they want to be rich, but they just don't want to accept it. Everyone in real life, they want to be rich, but for some reason in their minds, or maybe in their religions, in their faith, it's very difficult for them just to accept that they want to be rich. They want to have a lot of money. They don't want money to be a problem in their life, right? And I don't know the source of this. It could be religion, could be, that it's very difficult to be financially independent. It's wrong. Or maybe our education system just teach us to be someone completely different. So being wealthy, being financially independent is not the ultimate goal when you graduate from school. Become a high-paid employee. And that's the mindset that most people possess somehow, which is not wrong. I'm not judging anyone, just I'm saying what I was in the past. And I think I'm not different from everyone. Actually, I'm very alike. That's how most people think when it comes to financial independence, when it comes to money, when it comes to wealth. One, money is evil. And most people are not educated just to be wealthy in the future, because the schools, they don't teach us to be wealthy. I've really talked about that in the past, right? In my videos in Spanish, I've been talking about a lot about the education system, which is, I think, responsible for creating more employees in the world. And it's not bad or good, it's just the way the system works. I decided just to change my mindset when it comes to money, to think more of abundance. And that's the reason number two. The only way to get rich in the real world is by investing money. And if you don't have money, invest in yourself, invest in your skills, invest in maybe getting a job that pay you okay, but in return you learn skills. For example, sales, marketing, supply chain, which is my field, finance, right? Find a mentor, someone who can really teach you more about money, who can teach you more about a rich people or a rich person thinks, which is could be brainwashing because it's totally different from an employee perspective. So my next point, guys, is point number 3. What is the myth number 3 when it comes to money? Is that you need an MBA, you need a PhD, you need a master to get a high paid job and make more money. I'm not saying that it's wrong trying to, to aspire to be more educated, at least in the standard education or formal education is not wrong. Actually, it's the norm in society. I know that because when I was younger, most of my aspirations gravitate around, getting more educated, getting an MBA, getting a PhD, or maybe a master in supply chain. But at some point in my life, I realized that the marketplace, they don't care about your degrees, they care about your skills. So I decided just to increase my skills, increase my value to the marketplace, increase my ability to communicate, my ability to show leadership, right? I think that pays off much more than any formal education in the long run. So I will advise you that, not to aspire, not to focus on more education, focus on your soft skills, leadership skills, communication skills, and confidence. For sure, you're going to increase your income if you work on those points. And the excuse number 3 when it comes to money, or the myth number 3 when it comes to money, is that, and that's the excuse that most people tells me, oh, that's the most heard excuse that I really came across in my life, is that I cannot control my money. I cannot keep track of all my expenses. I don't know where my money is going, right? Even though you can make like a lot of money, you can make $200,000, $300,000 a year, and you don't know where your money is going, right? Because you pay a high mortgage, you pay a lot for rent, you have a cool car, you go on vacations a lot, and you keep track of those expenses, and it's very easy to lose track of those expenses. By experience, I can say that not many people keep a budget, and that's a skill that I learned, especially here in my Canadian experience, to keep a budget, because lifestyle in Canada is very expensive, so you need to keep track of your rent, your entertainment expenses, everything, every penny. You need to track every penny in order to know if you're making money, or you're saving money, or you have any room to invest money. And my suggestion for all of you is not to have a very low lifestyle, but make some sacrifices, at least at the beginning of your career as an investor, right? Because you want to be rich someday, you need to invest money now, and you need to get those skills. And if you don't save any money because you spend all you make, how do you expect to become a wealthy guy? How do you expect to become financially independent, right? That's very logical deduction. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this video. I'd like to finalize the video with the last myth around money, which is that the only way to fix poverty is by giving money to these people. You cannot fix poverty by giving people money. That's what's happening in the world right now, right? Because the governments are printing so much money, and they're giving a lot of universal income to citizens of the world, which is politically correct. But poverty is poverty is a state of mind. Being poor is not only being poor financially, it's being poor here and in your heart, right? If you don't have hope, if you don't have plans, if you don't have goals in your life, just living just day by day like a robot, I don't know what to say, right? That's for me, that's a poor person. I don't like to judge people, but I certainly believe that poverty is a state of mind. it's not only it's not a financial poverty. It's always, poverty of your spirit, poverty of your ideas, poverty of your knowledge. Money is just maybe just one aspect of poverty, but it's not all of it. So I don't believe that if you give if you give away a lot of money, I don't think that's gonna fix the problem of poverty at all. Actually, the more money you give to people and they don't have to work for it, you are actually creating dependent people, which is not good. Of course, I'm saying that you are ultra rich, just help the people who cannot take care of themselves, which is okay. I agree with that. If I become rich one day, I will give away a lot to society. But I don't think the poverty issue is fixed by giving money to people, because I think that creates more people, or more poverty, more dependency, right? That's the main idea. We have reached the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for your attention and time. As you can see, I'm very passionate about financial education and money, and I really believe that the vast majority of people, they have this kind of belief around money. So at least you are aware of them and you can make your own decisions. Bye, guys. Take care.